This is Joe Pietri versus the not-so-free world, the King of Nepal. Life before the drug wars, kingofnepal.net. I have some specials going on my website. Alan St. Pierre calling the medical cannabis community a sham and a farce. What he really meant to say was that the medical cannabis industry and community is in the way of the pharmaceutical industry takeover of this industry. That's what he's talking about. All these groups, Normal, MPP, DPA, ASA, Todd McCormick, Donnie Wershafter, all these folks, they're in the pay of George Soros. Tax and regulate, all that does is give the power to the people, the status quo. The same people who have been arresting you and jailing you for possession now want to be able to control it and market it and distribute it and have you buy it from them. Cannabis has always been a home remedy. It's been a home remedy for thousands of years. And here in Oregon, it's been a cottage industry for many years, for many generations actually. All these normal people have worked against us from day one. All they've done is basically had their hand out, figured out a way where they can make money off of the stoners and the people who smoke cannabis for medical purposes or for recreational purposes, and so that they could cash in on that scene and act and behave as if they were on our side. They've never been on our side. In '72, the Schaefer Commission, when they recommended legalization, and Nixon threw it back in the Schaefer Commission's face, they changed the word from legalize to decriminalize. At that point, they could have stood up and said, "No, this is not enough. It's less harmful than aspirin. See the report." And they could have fought it, but not that. What they did is Achtung, and they did exactly what Nixon told them to do. At the same time, during the Carter administration, they pulled off some cocaine scandal at the Normal Christmas party, which ended up embarrassing the Carter administration, and it was all set up and ratted out by Keith Stroke. They have never been on our side. You know what I mean? They're lawyers. If it was legal, there wouldn't be any use for these people. These people are self-appointed. Nobody appointed them. Nobody said, okay, you do this, you do that, and take a vote of the people. They put themselves in these positions, right? And now they call themselves the leaders of this scene. They're not the leaders. They're not the founders. They're not the pioneers. They're nothing but people who are just feeding off the medical community and the recreational community. And I'm not talking about just the groups that are in Soros's pay, but also High Times. All these medical cuffs that they're doing are basically intelligence gathering information events. And they have been since '88. And by the way, they have one of the people from the pharmaceutical industry from Hortifarm, the W and GW, is now on the board of High Times, Trans High Corporation. These people, they think that when they can get it legalized in a manner where they empower themselves again, and they keep the power. The power belongs to the people. Cannabis belongs to the people. They had no right to make Mother Nature illegal. Nobody took a vote on that. Nobody asked anybody to do that. That was a game and a ploy. They're ripping off the cultural heritage of all these countries where they're going in and destroying the medicinal plants, while at the same time calling them illegal and creating havoc with their drug war. At the same time, they're patenting the efficacies because they have figured out the genetic codes of the plants. Well, la-di-da. Those plants belong to the people. It even says it in their Bible that God gave us all these plants and herbs to use. So, as far as tax and regulate, my ass, tax and regulate Wall Street. And it's time for new leadership in this cannabis community. Get rid of the old and bring in the new. Thank you for watching Joe Pietri versus the Not So Free World. This is my first show in a long time, and we'll be doing this show at least once or twice a week from here on in. Have a great day.